was 16 years old, my mother told me that she's sorry she ever had me. I was a misfit, that she wished that I was dead. And I looked at her, I said, well, Mother, if you feel that way, what am I doing here? So she said my point exactly, so she kicked me out. So I was homeless at 16. I was sleeping at the park, sleeping on benches, cold nights, my stomach was growling. I used to get a 50-cent cake. I would pinch off a piece and eat it and drink water. It lasted me for 3 days. And that was my nutrition, that's what I used to do. One meal is just like a year's wages when you're on the street. A guy told me that Trinity Café be feeding people every day, and I said, feeding? So when I went up there one day, I seen the meal was laid out. I was in tears. So I went to a director, which it was Don Goodman, and I said, what can I do to help? I want to give back. And he said, well, you can volunteer. I said, do what? I'll do anything, because y'all just gave me a meal. I volunteered for Trinity 3 months while I was still homeless. And I showed myself faithful as how much dedication I wanted to do. And since then, there's been a great transformation. I began to, they hired me on as the director of First Impression. So I thought that was a good thing that they did. They seemed confident in me. So I took the money every week that I was getting, and I finally got enough to get me a small apartment, which it was efficiency, but I'll call it a condominium, because it was just like the biggest thing that ever happened right now. People are looking at it, it's so small. I said, but you know what? It's still big. When they say humanity begins with a meal, it really did. And I thank God for that meal. My experience here has changed me tremendously, because now when I look at the other people come through, I see me all over again. So I begin to look at them and I say, hey, that's somebody's mother, that's somebody's brother, that's somebody's sister. You know what? That was me. It pushed me to become something that I never knew what I could be. Now I can put more joy into somebody else because I see what they did, and I reach out to them because I know what it's like. Many people just one paycheck away from being homeless, and some people is one paycheck away from coming up off the street, and some people just one meal away from getting their strength back to be able to go. And Trinity gave me that. When they gave me that strength, now I'm able to go and help somebody else. I could just say anything about Trinity. I would want to look straight in the face and look at the founder and say, thank you very much for you to going forward with your vision, because you helped a lot of people. And because you helped me and I'm helping other people, I want to say thank you. And not only that, but the provision and the partners that caught a hold of this vision and putting it in, your finance is going a long ways. And because people thinking, what can I do? You're doing a lot. When you help one, somebody else is helping another. It's going on and on. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for believing in me, and I believe in y'all, and we're going to work it together.
Where do we even start? Let it start with me. Open up my eyes. Fill my heart with your compassion. Free my mind from all distractions. Use my hands to set the captive free. Let it start with me.
That's why I thank God for all the sponsors, the people who give, the founder that had the vision of Trinity. Man, that is big, because that turned my whole life around.